sure to tune in each week on the Women Recovery Show. Jump in.
Thank you, thank you. That's it. I'm trying to see if it's on there yet. It's not on there yet. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I'm sure. You already shared it?
Not yet.
Okay. I shared it on my page. You good? Oh yeah, I got you. Boy, I got you.
I love it.
You gonna make sure I say it, huh? Make sure you say my name, Mom. And then I'm gonna go on break at probably like 2:30.
Okay.
Yeah, can they hear you, Mom?
No, not right
now. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm going about 2:30. So.
Okay.
Yeah. The family like she like how I stop.
Yeah.
You know, she like I like how you stop. 36. Alright, turn it. You can turn it up a little bit. Yeah. Sometimes like the sound was low.
Yeah.
We try to figure out what's going on.
It's coming through low on the speaker, so I had to monitor it.
Oh, okay, but it's up.
Yeah,
Okay, I got you. Yeah.
You close the door, bro?
The topic on today gonna be I got to keep pushing, cut the foolishness. That's the topic.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. I'm ready. I'm ready.
That's the topic.
Yeah, both of here, so I'm not saying no one. You get one that you're supposed to do. This is what you're supposed to do. This is what you're supposed to do.
Yeah. Yes. Oh.
You want me to play the whole thing?
No. Go ahead. Yeah. Oh, he didn't train you. You went training?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna count you in, all right?
Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Good afternoon on this Saturday evening. This is Lady Kema, the host of the Women Recovery Show, better known as your trauma recovery coach. I just want to let y'all know that God is still good in spite of the bad times. I just want to let y'all know that God is still good even in your good times. So I'm just want to come on here and just let y'all know, y'all better get ready, buckle your seatbelt, take off your shoe, relax. We finna get down to the boogie woogie. So, I want to discuss the things that God had gave me in my spirit. And sometimes we deal with a lot of letdown, a lot of failures that we deal with in life, a lot of people who discourage us, a lot of people make us feel like we can't go on, which you can't go on. And I have a subject that I want to discuss with among you all, those that listen in on Fishbowl Radio Network. To log in is www.fbrn.us. You can also follow my page at Women Recovery Radio Show. You can also see me on YouTube, Instagram. So y'all just get ready. The subject is I got to keep pushing. Cut off the foolishness. Okay, let's get to it. So the part of keeping pushing. And that's the thing that we have to understand. We have to push through things that don't make us feel good, even when it's hard, even when life situation hit. We have to learn to keep pushing through the circumstances. And that's part of our pushing is going through the troubled times in our life. That's part of growth. Once you grow through the situation in your life, you never know what the outcome may be. You will come on top. No matter how people make you feel like you at the bottom, you still is victorious. You still is a winner. You still is an overcoming, because I know that when we all get that push from the Lord, no man can stop the pushing that God already ordained. So as I go to preserving the meaning, it means keep pushing. Don't resist the growing pain. So We also always try to resist when pain and life situation hit, when brokenness hit our heart. We'll try to resist the things that that come towards us, and we were like, no, I can't do this. We want to give up, throw in the towel because due to life situations. And we have to understand that by us resisting is part of our growth. I know when you say resisting, but hello, wait a minute, Lady Kema, what you mean? You just said resistance, that keep us from not, going forward. Resisting, even though you resist the pain, it also brings you back to give up. Make sure you don't give up in the process and you go back at it again. To describe it's like when people try to discredit you and they feel like you're not qualified for that situation, or if they make you feel like you're not qualified for that mandate, they feel like you're not qualified to birth people books, they feel like you're not qualified to have your own radio show, they feel like you're not qualified to have your own business, they feel like you're not qualified to get that job or that raise. But you have to understand the pushing comes through the people that don't believe in you, and they keep you saying, I can't do it. We have to understand, don't allow people stop your journey. Don't allow people to stop your destiny, because your destiny is not tied to people. Your destiny is tied to you. Your destiny is tied on the situation that people don't really even matter. We have to understand, these people of God and man of God that's listening, you might be sitting on your bed, don't know how your bills gonna do, but God said you got to keep pushing because help is on the way. And we have to remember, you have to remember who you are. You have to remember who you are and whose you are. And you have to learn how to rise your head up high. No matter what people are saying to you, you have to understand, never give up hope. All these things are working for your good. They're working for your bad. They're working for your life situation. They're working for your trial, tribulation. They're working for when you lose their car. They're working for all the things that you understand, that when God comes in the midst of your storm, you have to understand that God is the only way and the only source can help you through. So don't allow people to discredit you when you already have the credit. Don't allow people discredit you when God already gave you the credit. When God already raised your credit up sky high. When people say, oh, you can't get the house because your credit is 450. Or people say you can't get that car because your credit is 475. But you put your trust in God, and you learn how to push through what people try to bring you down, God will give you a blessing. He said he will send man to bless you in your bosom. And every bosom that God sends is a blessing from God, because he credited you to have that house. He credited you to have that situation. He credited you to come out of that situation. He credited you when people talking about you. Even when you're going through a bad divorce, God still credits you. Even though it might not feel good, but God still credits you. Happiness will come. Joy will come. Forget all the sadness. Yes, we all be in that broken situation. Oh, yes, you're looking at a woman that's been traumatized. I've been through life situations. My heart been broken by many of the man's witness, people in the gospel. But God said they don't discredit you, because I already gave you the credit to your healing. Because God said he will heal every broken heart. Because God is close to the brokenhearted people. We have to understand, these people of God, that no matter what people say, we have to learn to cut off the foolishness. We have to learn how to cut off their words. We have to learn how to not listen to the people, because we have to learn to get delivered from people, because people because you have to keep pushing and cut off the foolishness. And you know what? We have to think about this. We have to keep focusing on what things that don't even matter. We have to keep focused what people are saying. We in this hour, we do not need distractions. We don't need nothing to stop us, because we have to keep going. Because the more you go through, the better you come out. The more you see God, the higher you will go. Because one thing we have to learn, not to worry about how the situation look at how the situation will make you be better or bitter. Because better and bitter do not mix. You have to understand, when you understand disqualified people, that they don't have nothing for them. That's why they try to make you disqualified. That's why they try to make you feel low because they low. You know, you have to be the prime example on how to come out, on how to come on top. You know, people may not believe in your vision. Yeah, it starts with you. We have to learn it starts with you. You are the final source and the beginning source of your life. We don't have to people don't have to understand you. They don't have to understand what you're going through. They don't even have to understand what God's taking you. Because you got it long, you live long on this earth. People gonna talk about you. They're gonna slander you. They're gonna bring you down. Because guess what? They jealous of something that God placing on your life. That's why we have to learn to cut the foolishness out. Forget the naysayers. Forget your backbite. That's why God said we have to cut the grass so we can see the snake who gonna bite us. We have to understand people, they want the snake to bite you. Because guess what? They don't want you to succeed. They want you to die in their situation. They don't want you to rise above. You never know how many snakes are around you. Your snake could be your closest friends. It could be your family members. It could be your job. Guys always tell us in the scripture, God will make your enemies your footstool. He will prepare a table in the presence of your enemies. So either way, how the enemies of your life try to tell you you cannot go, you supposed to smile at your enemy. You know what? You supposed to say thank you. Thank you for saying I can't do it. Thank you said I'm not what I'm supposed to be. Thank you you saying that I don't qualify for that job, or I don't qualify for that marriage, or I don't qualify for that person. Thank you. Because the more you thank you, the higher you go, and the lower they will stay at. Y'all better catch that. The more you say thank you, the more higher you go, the lower they say. They're the ones that talk low, the ones that's in a low place. They don't want nobody to succeed because they're not succeeding. They don't want nobody to do good because they're not doing good. We have to understand these people. We have to learn to push through all the obstacles in our life. We got to learn how to push through everything that's been thrown at us like rocks. So y'all know how a rock will hit you, it hurts, but you get back up and you pick that rock and you throw it. It's just how you have to do it with life. You pick your life back up, even though how people trying to throw you down. You may have a baby mother trying to make you feel like you ain't no good father. You might have a mother, a baby mother that's think you can't take care of your child. And I'm talking to the men out there, because a lot of men say, oh, is this show nothing for women? It's also for men. Because y'all never know, men go through a lot too. They go through situations that women we may not understand. They wear so many hats just like we do. But we have to understand as men. Let me speak to you as men. And I know I'm a woman. But as a man, I know what men feel. They try their best. And we downgrade men so quick. You know, we downgrade, oh, he can't do this. Oh, he's a bad person. He wasn't a bad person. Let me keep it real when y'all was laying out. Let me keep it real. But you have to understand, men are a gift to the women. Without men, as women, let's just think about this. A man can push us when we can't push ourselves. A man can hold us up when we are weak. So we have to understand we all fit in the same category. We have to understand men is a source for women. Just like a woman is a source for the men. So we have to learn to give men credit. Because they do whatever it takes for their kids. Maybe they may have to do something bad, but they would think about, Lord, I didn't want to do this, but I have a child. You know, it's something I got to do, you know, because women, we also, how men feel like if they don't do this, we quick to say child support. Or we quick, oh, you don't do this, we gonna put you ain't gonna do this, or you ain't gonna see. You know what you do, you're not hurting the man, you're hurting the child. That's why I'm trying to get y'all to say, we have to learn how to cut off the foolishness and keep pushing. Pushing is the pressing of your life, of your happiness, of your joy. Because we have to understand these people that's listening to the radio broadcast, that's watching me live. We have to understand we can't allow people, your exes, your baby mama, your baby daddy, your friends, whoever stop you what God had plans for you. We got to keep pushing and cut off the foolish. Turn the noise off. People talk, hang up the phone. Let them know, I don't want to hear that. I'm going to keep it real. I'm one of the radio hosts. I'm going to keep it real because these are life situations that I deal with. It starts with me. How can I be your trauma recovery coach if I can't be real with you? So I have to learn how to be real with my people because y'all looking at it as a recovery. How I came out, how I overcame. And you know what? And I overcame a lot of things in my life. You know, no matter what people say, you know, I've been hurt by men in ministry. I've been talked about. I've been misused and abused. But look at me now. I'm walking in my happiness. I'm walking in my joy. I'm walking in my gladness. I'm not sad. Because you know what? I learned to cut off distraction and keep focusing on me. The same way if I can do it, you can do it too. And the way you start focusing, delete people out your life don't mean you no good. You know, that's why I say you have to learn to cut your grass slow and see your snakes. And some snakes is not good for you. Think everybody want to celebrate you, but they are pretenders. A lot of people want to celebrate you, but they want to celebrate you in secret. It's time to cut out being tolerated. You know, a lot of people always say, oh, they celebrate me. But they not celebrating you openly, but they tolerate you publicly. So you have to understand the difference. So that's why we have to learn how to cut off the foolishness and start doing what's right. And what's right is focusing on your goals. Never give up hope. All things working for your good. Don't ever look back what God brought you out of. It was for your protection. God knew that man or woman were meant for you. You know, sometimes we'll try to hold on relationship. And guess what? It's not doing no good because it's only hurting you. We have to learn how to cut off the foolishness and bring in what's good for you. And we hold on people because you feel like if you lose this person, how you going to pay your bills or who going to be there for? God is your provider. He is your source. He is your source. And when man fail you, God will never fail you. He will never forsake you. We have to understand these people of God, no matter how dysfunctional your background is. No matter how dysfunctional your background is. Because people will say, oh, you can't do this because you got a crime thing on your background. You can't get this. They'll make you feel like you can never get nothing when you got a guy that sits high and he looks low and he could turn that thing around than what man is saying. Sometimes he'll turn around and slap your own friends and family in the face and tell them to cut the foolishness out. So we have to understand, don't allow your background people to stop you for where you gotta go. And you know, you have to understand these things is not for your bad that you're going through, it's for your good. Everything happen bad in your life, it's always a greater source out of it. It's always a better opportunity. And we have to understand these things because we also been traumatized through life situations. And traumatizing us will cause people to keep doing when you can stop it. If you feel like, okay, you let them keep talking and they can get to you, then they're going to keep doing it. And that's what they're doing. They traumatize because they traumatized. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm going to tell you, happy people connect with happy people. Miserable people connect with miserable people. And miserable people try to come and destroy your happiness. You got to think that misery do not love that type of company. Because let me tell you why misery don't love that type of company. When you connect with people that happy, that where misery will come in. That where misery will try to stop you who you connect with. Because sometimes God will send people positive in your life to show you how to come out on how to stay on top and how to cut off the foolishness. We have to understand we got to keep pushing, y'all. We got this. I got this. I believe in you if nobody else believes in you. You know, I'm a pusher. I push you when nobody else push you. Because you know why? God pushed me to push you. God pushed me to tell you, hey, you can do it. God pushed me and say, you know what? You are who you are. You are beautiful and wonderful made in the image of God. Not just for women, but also for men. So before I go on to my commercial break, I just want to let y'all know we have to understand that what we are today or what we become to anyone, it didn't come from them, it came from you. What I mean about that, what you are today is think about how far you came when God brought you out of that situation. You look back over your past, look back over your background, you like, hold on, I came far. And you gonna let somebody else to stop you, to pull you back? And when God already said you keep going forward, you have to think about the things that will push you on right now. Like right now, a lot of people didn't believe that I would have a radio show. A lot of people didn't believe I have all these things that's going on in my life. But you know why? Because I look back over my life and see how far God had brought me. I don't go by what people said. All I do is give them a smile. Sometimes you have to smile and then laugh and like, boy, please, girl, please. We have to understand that, it's only a test. It's God is testing us in this situation. I'll be right back after this commercial. I love you all, and guess what? There's nothing you can do about it. Thank you.
Is the first time up here coming up here with you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's excited.
Yeah, this is first time.
So the music is playing. Yo, Gary. I'm so confused. Yeah, go grab it.
Yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah, it's his first time coming up here with me today too.
It is.
But he's a teenager. He's just like.
Can they hear me talking?
No.
Okay, good. That's the part Sammy was talking about, the radio part.
There's no music coming through the mic.
Yeah.
It looked like it's coming through over there. Let me see.
That's the part Sammy was talking about.
No, it's nothing playing over there.
Look. Oh, they get my voice? Did they get my voice?
Yes, thank you all for tuning right back in on the Women's Recovery Show. Your host, Lady Kema, better know as what? Your trauma recovery coach. I'm sorry about all the technical problems. I know y'all want to listen to some good music, but it's all right. We still give God the glory out of the situation. You remember I said you got to keep pushing. So how we have to keep pushing. Those that just tuning in, I was talking about how to keep pushing and cut off the foolishness. And one thing we have to learn how to cut off people with their foolishness that don't mean us no good. And I'm going to get back into it. As I was saying that, we all have been broke or broken. And when I mean by broke, and it's like financial situation or money or people that you can depend on that can give you money, and you want to like, dang, I'm so broke, how can I get people to help me or help us? I'm going to put me in a category because some things that I've been broke on, but one thing about me, I'm broke behind bills. But I thank God because I kept pushing. I kept pushing through the situation because God always make a way out of no way when men can make a way for you. And I just want to let you all know, hey, even in your broken season, God is your what? Your provider. He's your financial source. He the one would make it rain. He said, open up a window of blessing that you won't have no room to receive. And he gonna open them doors. He gonna open that job, that job opportunity for you. He gonna open everything that you had a desire of your heart. But we have to learn to keep pushing through the circumstances. That's okay if you don't have the help you don't have. It's okay when men walk out on your life. It's okay when you get cheated on. It's okay. Because it's part of God's plan for your life. We have to learn to keep pushing, people. We have to learn not to let people get to us. We have to learn to let it go and let God. I'm going to let you know right now, I deal with a lot of situations in my life. It been things that I want to give up. It been things that I don't want to deal with. But God said, Kema, Lady Kema, you have to learn to keep pushing. So I'm a pusher and I'm going to keep going. And I just want to encourage you all, you can do it too as well. We can't let our cloudy days make us cloudy. We can't allow people, persons, and things and life situation bring you cloudy days when you already are the sun. When you already the son of it. We have to understand these people of God. I thank God for what he had done to a lot of us. A lot of people may not believe that how you overcame that. How did she come out? Oh, that man did her wrong. That man cheated on her. Or that woman cheated on him. How did he or she come out of that? Because guess what? You kept pushing through the pain. You kept pushing through life situations. You kept pushing towards your blessing of your healing. Pain causes healing on you. No matter how bad you've been broken, we have to learn to keep pushing through the foolishness of people. Everyone else don't even matter to your life. People don't matter to your life. That's what they always want you to do. They want you to have a setback when you already came back strong. A setback is only for a comeback. No matter how back you've been setting, or no matter how far people try to push you, you also come back stronger. You come back harder. You come back as a fighter. You come back as a winner. Because guess what? No matter how people, this is the thing, we dictate on how people make us feel when we need to look up to God. People can put you in a place where God can't. Because let me tell you something, people gonna leave, but God would never leave. People going to lie, but God will never lie. People will talk about you, but God always will come to you with an uplifting word. You know what? He always says in the Bible, no weapon formed against you shall be able to prosper. No weapon. The weapon has to form, people of God, for you to keep pushing through the weapon. We have to understand the pushing is a blessing over all obstacles that happen in our life, all life situations. We have to understand we are more than conquerors. We are more than what people think we should not be. Don't let people disqualify you when you already qualified for the task. Don't matter how they talk about you, what they saying about you. They saying they only talk about you because they wish where you at, and they still back there. I'm gonna let you know right now, because I'm laughing because we have to understand people can control your life. You control your life. If you let people control your life, they can tell you whatever they want to tell you, make you feel on how you want to feel. And guess what? You just gave them the upper hand because, you're afraid to step out the box because you afraid people gonna judge you. So we have to learn how to get out of our uncomfortable zone and allow God to put you in a comfort zone that you deserve to go. We have to understand these people of God, because we have to understand that no matter how bad people make you feel, what they doing, don't worry about it, because you already won. You already won over that situation. God said, put on the whole armor of God that you could be. As your women's recovery coach, I just want to let you know, you're looking at a woman that overcame everything. I've been talked about. I've been thrown to the side. I've been rejected. I've been overlooked. But God made me book. I just want to let you know that God finna book you through that life situation. Don't worry about who rejected you. Because God already said this. He said, no matter how things happen in your life, you can go forward when he when he comes before you. So you have to understand, when God is before you, no man come against you. When you have a God come before your enemies, they can't touch you. They can't touch your success. They can't touch your job he blessed you with. Oh yeah, they gonna try to curse you all day because they curse Jesus. They can talk about you all day. You gotta think about they talk about the Lord. We have to understand, we have to be the example of Christ-like and learn how to laugh at foolish people. Because if you deal with foolish people, they want you to be foolish with them. They want you to come down to their level. They want you be characterized like them. But in this season, we is not finna be characterized as foolish people. That's why God said he'll give you wisdom when you deal with foolish people. When they in they downfalls, or they feel like they don't want to deal with nobody, or they feel like they frustrated, or they feel like they stressed, or they feel like nobody don't understand. No, they want you to feel that way because they want to be stuck. That's what stuck people want to do. When people are stuck, they full with foolishness. They full of junk and mess. And we have to, we can't let people that full of junk and mess make us junky. We can't make people that it's just like you open the trunk in your car. It's a lot of junk. You like, what am I gonna do with all that junk in my trunk? But soon you take all that junk out of your trunk, it's clean. That's how we have to take people out of our life that's full of junk. Remove them. so you can have a clean life, a successful life. Remove them. Because guess what? If you don't remove, God gonna remove. He gonna remove what don't belong. He gonna remove it if you don't remove it. He'll cause things to break in your life situation just to tell you, leave that foolishness alone. But you want to deal with foolishness. That's why you come mad. That's why you come angry. That's why you come upset. Because you want this woman to do right. Or you want this man to do right. And when God said this not the man for you. And when God said this not the woman for you. When he have somebody better. That's how we understand. We have to keep pushing people's men's and women's out there that's listening to me on the radio broadcast, that's watching me live broadcast. I just want to encourage you all. You can come out. You can be victorious. You are strong. You are mighty. You are who God says you are when man can detect you. You have to understand, when man try to make you feel a certain way, they don't want you to go forward in life. They don't want you to see what God has for you in your life. They want to see matters happen, bad matters happen in your life. They want to see you unhappy. They want to see you not walking around with joy. They want to see all these things because guess what? You pushing and they stuck in their foolishness. You are going, guess what? They still in the back. And the way you allow people like that to go, and the way you can allow people and you don't have to answer, guess what? Let me tell you the secret to answer to people foolishly. Don't. You do not answer to people that have food. Just don't say nothing. Silence is a killer. They could be out there saying what they want to say, how they want to say things about you, and you still moving. They want to know, dang, this man ain't saying nothing, this woman ain't saying nothing to that foolishness. They gonna let them do that? Because guess what? That's what foolish people want to do. They want attention seekers. We have to understand these things, that no matter what success brings, it gonna bring bad things. It gonna bring jealousy. It gonna bring evil people towards you because they wish they can have what you have. But you gotta put in the hard work. Like I put in the hard work with this radio show. Like I put in the hard work with my job, working for Dallas ISD School District. It take work to get what you want. It take work. So why were people that don't put in the work trying to stop you from your success? People, y'all have to get it under control that people opinions is people opinions. Let them think whatever they want to think. Let them say whatever they want to say. Do you? Come on top. The more you do you, you gonna talk about. You need your haters. Your haters is your gradulators. Your haters is your motivators. We need them. Because if you don't have haters, that means you ain't doing nothing. So when you do something, haters gonna come. Enemies gonna come. Strike gonna come. All this gonna come. Because guess what? You moving through your greatness. Because you keep pushing through everything that what people saying about you. Even though when they trying to throw dirt on your name, they're trying to slander you. You got to keep pushing. Pushing is your blessing. Pushing is your succeed. You succeed in life, your goals. Everything you push through is a blessing from God. So don't let life situation take you out. We have to learn failure and obstacles are the things that lead us to success. We might encounter many defeats, but you must not allow defeat to defeat you. You cannot allow people to defeat you when God already gave you the boxing gloves. When God already said you already won with one hit or quitter. But we have to understand these people. I'm just like full of joy because I mean, it's so many things that I overcame. And I just laugh about it. Like, sometimes you have to give a laugh to the enemy. Like, you know what? You funny. You know, you have to laugh at your naysayers. You have to laugh at your backbiters. You have to laugh at them. Because guess what? They're just miserable. They're miserable people. They miserable because you making money and they still broke. They're miserable people. So we have to understand We have to pray for people that's in a miserable situation. Oh God, they don't know no better. People that miserable and want to bring a bad situation, they just pray for them. Put them in God's hands. Let God do that thing for them. And you do what God called you to do. The more they talk about, you say, give them a thank you. Thank you for thinking of me that way. Thank you for making me feel that I'm not qualified when God already qualified me for that job. Or when God already qualified me for this success. Thank you for thinking of me. That's why I say you got to keep pushing and cut off the foolishness of people. In fact, it might be necessary to encounter the defeat so you can know how and what you are and who you are, and you will learn how to arise above that thing. And the more you arise, the more God will take you out. You'll learn how to come out of that situation. You'll learn how to know how to walk through. We have to learn how to walk through life situations that don't mean us no good. You have to understand this. Because we have to understand, don't respond to foolish people. You only making yourself look foolish. If they say something, you're going to say something even back. I understand. I understand. It been times that I'll be like, you know what, I want to say something too. Hey, I understand. We human. We taking up for ourselves. We ain't finna let nobody just talk to us crazy. But we have to learn how to be the bigger person, because people like that don't know no better. They don't know no better. That's all they can talk about, because they not going nowhere when you already placed where God placed you at. They gonna talk. They gonna do these things. They gonna try to make you bad. People will screenshot you and send it around and show you and make you look bad. But it's not hurting you. It's hurting them, because they gonna like, what's wrong with this person? People pray for your downfall. But let me tell you this. The more they pray for your downfall, the more God bring you up. The more God make you succeed. You have to understand. So you have to think about just like the crippled man in the Bible. He don't trust himself on walking. See, it's like when you don't trust yourself, you crippling yourself. You don't believe in yourself, because you allow people with foolishness take you in a crippled life. And you no longer going to be crippled. But we have to understand this. They crippled, they said that's why they try to cripple you. Foolish people. Like I just said, like the man, a crippled man don't believe coming out that wheelchair. He feel like he going to fall. But once you come out of that cripple situation, it's a cripple statement, and you get out that chair, trust me, if you trust God that you can get out that wheelchair, you're going to start walking. You might get up and run, because you can't allow foolish people stop you for what God wants you to walk in. Don't allow people that's crippled in their life, because they going to stay crippled, because they ain't trying to walk nowhere. They ain't trying to go nowhere. But you ain't no longer going to be crippled, because guess what we're going to do? We're going to cut off the foolishness. We're going to keep pushing. Just like in Proverbs 26:11. It's like a dog returning back to his vomit. It's like a fool repeating his foolishness. I just want to encourage you all. We can do it. You are strong. You are victorious. And guess what? I love you. I love you all with the love of God that God put me in this situation to be your trauma recovery coach. And I just want to thank y'all for tuning in on the Women's Recovery Radio Show. And I see y'all again every Saturday at 2 p.m. And also, I do not want to forget, my son Jamon is having a birthday party. He's finna turn 10. So I want y'all to also give him a birthday shout out to Jaymon. June the 7th would be his birthday. And I just want to let my son know happy birthday, son. And you been the best son I ever had. And I thank you. Thank you for tuning in on the Women Recovery Show, better known as your what? Your trauma recovery coach. See you soon again at Saturday at 2 p.m. Y'all have a blessed one. Bye-bye.